From running over his own pit crew
I hope that man's okay.
to crashing after the race is already finished, Lance Stroll has carved out a very special place in Formula One, reserved for drivers who seem to get worse the more experience they gain. Every season, it feels like he invents a new way to embarrass himself. If you gave this man a colouring book and told him to stay inside the lines, he'd somehow set the page on fire. So today, we're breaking down the most brain-melting, jaw-dropping and unintentionally hilarious moments of Stroll's F1 career. We'll start with the mildly stupid and work our way toward maybe someone should take his licence. Let's begin with the 2022 Australian Grand Prix, qualifying session 1. Stroll is on a slow outlap, just cruising around, the kind of lap where nothing really happens, unless you're Lance Stroll. He comes up behind Nicholas Latifi. Latifi tries to let him by. So far, so good. But then, Stroll does what he does best. Hesitates, swerves randomly, and collides with the only other car nearby. It's like watching someone try to parallel park and somehow hit 2 curbs and a fire hydrant. And to make it worse, he blames Latifi on the radio, confidently, with conviction.
Unbelievable, man. I don't fucking understand what he was doing.
As if we didn't all just watch the footage with our own eyes. That level of delusion should be studied in a lab. But if you think that's embarrassing, buckle up for the 2024 Chinese Grand Prix. We're on lap 23. Safety car comes out, field bunches up, pit stops shuffle the grid. Stroll's in P10, right behind Daniel Ricciardo, who's on pace for his first points in ages. All Dan has to do is stay clean. Easy, right? Enter Lance. Stroll barrels into the back of Ricciardo like he mistook him for the finish line, launches the car airborne, ends Ricciardo's race, then immediately gets on the radio and says,
Idiots should stand on the brake, check wing damage.
"No, Lance, he braked." That's a thing drivers do, especially when there's a corner. And in the post-race interview, he says,
The car in front of me just stopped right in front of me. I had nowhere to go.
Like he was describing a car crash on the freeway, not a Formula One race. Ricciardo, furious.
I was starting to calm down, but that really pisses me off.
And honestly, rightfully so. But that still isn't the most ridiculous thing Lance has done in a race car. Let's talk about Hungary, 2021. The start of that race was absolute chaos. Wet conditions, zero grip. Bottas took out 2 cars before turn 1, but Stroll said, "Wait, I can top that." So what does he do? Picks up speed, locks up, leaves the track entirely and cuts across the grass like he's trying to unlock a shortcut on Rainbow Road. He loses control, slams into Leclerc, who gets shoved into Ricciardo. 2 innocent drivers gone, 1 Stroll special to thank. And let's not forget, it was turn 1. It's almost impressive how quickly he found a way to ruin multiple races without even finishing a single sector. Leclerc would later find himself in another episode of Why Is This Guy Still in F1? This time at the 2025 Monaco Grand Prix. Leclerc moves over to let a faster car through, basic racing etiquette, but Stroll, somehow, still manages to nearly run into him. The guy has mirrors, he just doesn't use them. Either that, or he thinks they're just for decoration. I wouldn't be shocked if he thought they were side-mounted GoPros. But it's not just wheel-to-wheel moments where Stroll causes chaos. Let's head to the 2020 Portuguese Grand Prix. During FP2, the weekend. Then, during the actual race, Stroll tries to dive bomb Lando Norris from a mile back. Both of them go wide. It's like watching a toddler try to perform a drift. Ambitious, chaotic, and absolutely nowhere near successful.
What the f*** is this doing? I got damage, boys. I need a box. I got wing damage.
Norris would later say,
He obviously didn't learn from Friday, but he doesn't seem to learn with anything he does, so it happens a lot with him.
And that sums it up perfectly. But you know what? At least he's consistent. Now, Sebastian Vettel, 4-time world champion, multiple-time victim of Lance Stroll. Let's go back to the 2017 Malaysian Grand Prix. The race ends. Verstappen wins. Drivers are just cruising around the track. It's the cool-down lap. Nothing happens on the cool-down lap. It's supposed to be chill, except Stroll decides to stop paying attention and casually drifts into Vettel, turning his Ferrari into a 3-wheeled clown car. During the cool-down lap, And if you thought that was a one-off, Russia 2021 proves otherwise. Late in the race, rain starts falling. Vettel's carving through traffic like it's a wet Sunday drive. Stroll, on the other hand, is fishtailing like he's never seen moisture before. As Vettel goes to pass, Stroll veers left and almost puts him in the wall. No contact somehow, but the very next lap, Lance loses control and smashes into Gasly. Because apparently, learning is optional. Want something even scarier? The 2022 US Grand Prix. And his response? I left him space. Sure, buddy. Space for what? A miracle. Let's keep it rolling. 2019 Italian Grand Prix. Vettel spins out, comes back on track dangerously, and hits Stroll. Not Lance's fault, but then Lance does the exact same thing, rejoining the track without looking, and nearly collides with Pierre Gasly. It's like he looked at Vettel's mistake and thought, let me try that. Saudi Arabia, 2024, FP1, brushes the wall, escapes without damage. Surely he won't hit that same wall again, right? Wrong. 7 laps into the actual race, same corner, same wall, but this time it ends his race. You've got to admire the consistency. It's like he's setting high scores in a game, only he's playing. Let's go to Singapore, 2023. Alonso's been absolutely dominating him all season. Stroll's feeling the pressure. During quarter one, he pushes too hard through the final corner, loses control, and has one of the biggest crashes of the decade. Totaled the car, millions in damage. Team couldn't even rebuild it in time for Sunday. What makes it worse? That crash didn't just take him out, it took the entire team's weekend with it. No. Wait. Mechanics working 48 hours straight for absolutely nothing. It's the kind of thing that kills morale in the garage. Imola, 2020, pit stop time. Should be easy. Pull into the box, change tyres, get out. But Stroll manages to overshoot the box and slam into one of his mechanics. Full body contact, sends the guy flying. And instead of asking if the dude's okay, he just says the tyres were cold.
Sorry about that. Brakes are really cold.
No concern, no pause, just vibes. Finally, Brazil 2024, formation lap. Not racing yet, just warming up tyres. Conditions are wet, but manageable. Stroll spins the car. Fine, it happens. But then he tries to rejoin and beaches the car on the curb. Race over. Before it even started. And to add insult to idiocy, the crowd starts chanting the name of his replacement driver. You know you've hit rock bottom when fans are openly campaigning for your reserve to take over mid-weekend. So, yeah, Lance Stroll has become a full-blown meme on wheels. What's even more incredible is that this list isn't even complete. There are more incidents, more lockups, more collisions, more "my brakes didn't work" excuses, but we'd be here all day. He's turned Formula One into his own personal obstacle course, and somehow we're all just along for the ride. The real tragedy, the guy has genuine pace sometimes. He's had a pole position, he's had podiums, but the crashes, the lack of accountability, the total absence of spatial awareness, it all overshadows anything good he's ever done. Let me know in the comments which of these moments left you speechless. Was it the formation lap fail, the Ricciardo torpedo, the Vettel tricycle? And if you enjoyed this breakdown of disaster, check out the next video where we look at another driver who somehow made it to the top level of motorsport without ever learning how to drive in a straight line. Because Stroll might be the most unintentionally entertaining driver in F1, but trust me, he's not the only one.